Hello, new Stoics. This is Tim, and this is Nightly Meditations. So, I apologize about yesterday. I got a little heated over an emotional, real life experience that is kind of bothering my Stoic countenance, I should say. I am usually a very calm person. I try and react in a rational way whenever I can, but in this situation I didn't, and I apologize. So, what I want to talk about tonight is this idea that goes around some secular communities, and it isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's this idea of monism that entails that there's one single thing that holds objective moral truths. It's just the source of everything. Utilitarians will say wellness or goodness. Hedonists will say it's pleasure. The Christians and other theists will say God is the source of all morality. And it's a very interesting idea. I guess you could say that Stoics believe that rationality is kind of a monism. But when we look at moral questions, we really have to separate things into categories. And so if I just look at everything in terms of wellness, some things just don't really make sense. If I say there was an injustice that took place, somebody says, well, somebody's well-being was affected. Well, the problem that I have with this concept is wellness can kind of turn into a fit-all answer to any of these kind of questions. So why would we ever be courageous when it could affect our well-being in a negative way? Or, if we look at something from a hedonist point of view, why would we do anything that doesn't cause us pleasure? And it won't cause us pleasure down the line. Why would we do anything like that? We wouldn't. And that's the problem, is the concept of virtue ethics implies that we may have to make tough decisions. We may have to evaluate certain things, and even with the understanding that we may never be happy based upon our decisions, but we still try and be virtuous with the hope of being happy. And that's a tough pill to swallow. I am happy being virtuous. It makes me happy to do the right thing, but some people don't. Some people find it very difficult. Some people don't care about justice. Some people don't care about wisdom, and that's a sad thing. And it's something that we should speak up about. It's something that anybody who practices virtue ethics should practice it in the kind of way that LeBron James would look at a young boy throwing a basketball. We need to be patient and explain these things in a way that people understand that the four virtues are very important and they apply to everybody. And if everybody is virtuous, then we could all be happy in a way. And I don't mean this in like a utopian sense. But I feel like if everybody was virtuous, society would be better. That we would have better understandings of what we're doing. Less injustices would happen. People wouldn't have to be courageous all the time in explaining injustice. We wouldn't have to explain why wisdom is such an important thing. And we wouldn't have to explain to anybody why moderation is such a good thing. So when we're out and we're talking with people who hold different moral views, and sometimes they hold dualistic moral views, they'll believe in virtue ethics and they'll believe in hedonism or something else, we need to be patient. We need to explain why we believe this. We should never be cruel, and we should never laugh. We should be a good example. We should be skilled in what we do. And this is coming from a man who is very unskilled at this moment. But I'm trying. I'm at the point where I could consistently throw up free throws, but I'm not at the point where I could dunk it. So I give you that analogy tonight, and I hope everybody's having a great evening. And I really hope that everybody is virtuous. And when I mean hope, I mean I expect it.